In our previous video, we talked about how Xiao Yan raised enough money by auctioning the foundation building elixir to buy the ingredients for refining the chi gathering pill. In this episode, Xiao Yan will run into Xiao Yan, who happens to be leaving the Mitre auction house. Will he be exposed? And what is the hidden story behind his choice to practice the flame mantra? Hey everyone, HKD here. Today we're exploring the Battle Through the Heavens novel to cover epic scenes the anime skipped. Let's dive into the full, uncut story of the BTTH universe. The anime skipped some content to rush the plot, so I'll use the manhwa to ensure you don't miss any novel details. After deducting the taxes, Yao Fei transferred all the money from the foundation building elixir auction onto a card and handed it to Xiao Yan. Xun'er also arrived to deliver the ingredients for refining the chi gathering pill. Yao Lao told Yao Fei to deduct the cost of the chi gathering pill ingredients from his total. However, Yao Fei quickly refused, saying that these ingredients were much cheaper at their internal staff price. Yao Lao knew they were trying to stay in his good graces. He didn't refuse their offer. After a brief word of thanks, he prepared to leave. Because the materials Yao Lao purchased were recognized by Xun'er as being used to refine the chi gathering pill, which only a 4th-tier alchemist can refine, their attitude toward Yao Lao became even more enthusiastic. After all, there are only about 20 4th-tier alchemists in the entire JML Empire. Xun'er and Yao Fei were seeing Yao Lao out when they happened to run into Xiao Yan and his group of three, who were just leaving the Mitre auction house. Xiao Yan asked, "Miss Yao Fei, Master Xun'er, it's rare to see the two of you appearing together like this." "Hey, just seeing off a distinguished guest," Yao Fei replied simply. She was clearly unwilling to reveal Yao Lao's identity. This left Xiao Yan deeply shaken, since both Yao Fei and Xun'er were people of high status. Seeing them personally lead the way for Yao Lao's departure was truly remarkable. Xiao Yan was about to leave, but Yao Lao's voice suddenly echoed from within him. "You must be Xiao Yan of the Xiao clan, correct?" Seeing himself being treated with such politeness, Xiao Yan cupped his hands in respect and replied, "I am. May I ask who you are, sir?" "I believe there may be an opportunity to cooperate with your Xiao clan in the future." "Goodbye, everyone," Yao Lao said, walking away without even looking back. Yao Fei beamed and said with a smile, "Hey, congratulations to you, clan leader Xiao Yan." "Oh, what is there to congratulate me for?" Xiao Yan asked in confusion. "Did you know every single drop of the foundation building elixir was refined by that gentleman?" Yao Fei laughed. "If he chooses to cooperate with the Xiao clan, your clan will surely have a boundless future." At this moment, the faces of the clan leaders from Wutan City's three great families told very different stories. Xiao Yan was overjoyed, while Jalebi and Abapa looked furious, gloomy, and consumed with jealousy. Jalebi said viciously, "Enjoy your moment while you can, Xiao Yan. Don't think you're the only one who knows an alchemist." Jalebi had been set up by Xiao Yan times recently. He decided to take a brutal revenge on the Xiao clan, which foreshadowed the upcoming appearance of Liu Shi. 5 days later, Xiao Yan was in the Xiao family back mountains condensing his doji chi cyclone, preparing to break through to a doju. But before that, there was a small interlude. However, it was not produced in either the manhwa or the anime. After returning to his room from the Mitre auction house, Xiao Yan couldn't wait to ask Yao Lao to start refining the chi gathering pill. However, a grumpy Yao Lao scolded him, "What's the rush? It's still early. If we get interrupted by accident, wasting the ingredients is a small matter, but what if I get exposed?" Xiao Yan had no choice but to go to sleep and wait for nightfall. About half an hour after he lay down, his bedroom door was suddenly kicked open. It was Xiao Yu. Glaring at the startled Xiao Yan, she said coldly, "Young master, do you need a personal invitation just to come and eat?" Once Xiao Yan fully regained his senses and saw Xiao Yu, a cold sweat instantly broke out down his back. Damn it, he thought. Good thing I didn't let master start refining the pill just now, this brainless woman. Thinking about the consequences if Yao Lao's pill refining had been interrupted, a furious Xiao Yan snapped and cursed at Xiao Yu. Confused and angered by his sudden outburst, Xiao Yu's temper flared as well. She stomped toward Xiao Yan, intent on giving him a harsh lesson. Unexpectedly, Xiao Yan suddenly unleashed vacuum hand from the bed. The powerful suction pulled the caught off guard Xiao Yu right onto him. Once Xiao Yu realized what was happening, she struggled violently, but Xiao Yan, being stronger, flipped her over and pinned her down beneath him. Xiao Yan snarled in anger, "Damn it! How dare you barge in without knocking?" After that, he gave Xiao Yu's thigh a few firm slaps in retaliation before making a run for it to head to dinner. Actually, the Xiao clan only holds dinners like this during holidays. However, because Yao Lao mentioned that there might be an opportunity to cooperate with the Xiao clan, Xiao Zhang and the elders were overjoyed. An event like this was certainly worth celebrating. After dinner, Xiao Yan had learned his lesson. He slept until midnight before cautiously asking Yao Lao to come out and refine the Qi gathering pill. Once the Qi gathering pill was ready, he suppressed his excitement to take it immediately. Xiao Yan knew that if he used the pill right now, the probability of successfully breaking through to a doju would be quite low. So, he adjusted his stay for a few days, until he reached his peak condition. Only then did he swallow the Qi gathering pill, preparing to break through to a doju. In the original novel, Xiao Yan's breakthrough to doju was completed without any interruptions. The scene in the anime where Yao Lao barged in and disturbed him was just a nonsensical change made by the director. Having successfully broken through to a doju, Xiao Yan gasped for breath and said, "I did it. The Qi gathering pill Master refined is truly incredible." Of course, the Qi gathering pill I refined is something that Bread Guha could never compare to. Yao Lao said proudly. "Master, why do you look a bit transparent?" Xiao Yan asked in confusion, looking at his slightly translucent body. "Helping you break through just now consumed quite a bit of my soul power, that's all," Yao Lao replied. "Thank you, Master," Xiao Yan said gratefully. "It's fine, I'll just absorb some more of your Dou Qi later to replenish it after all, the wool comes from the ship's own back," Yao Lao said with a mischievous grin. Xiao Yan was startled and said, "Can't you maintain a positive image for just a little bit longer?" This comedic segment is an original addition from the manhwa version. In the manhwa, Yao Lao is portrayed as a more mischievous and humorous character. "I'm a doju now, isn't it time to give me a Qi technique?" Xiao Yan said with a smile as he finished dressing. "For example, that one that can evolve." "Are you ready?" Yao Lao's tone suddenly became dead serious. He produced the scrolls and said, "I have two Qi technique scrolls here. Which one will you choose? Be careful if you make the wrong choice. The consequences will be extremely severe." The red scroll is a fire attribute D-class low-grade Qi technique. As for the black scroll, that is the one capable of evolving, it's called the flame mantra, Yao Lao introduced. "Is that even a question?" "The black scroll, obviously," Xiao Yan said as he reached for the flame mantra. But Yao Lao's next words made him freeze. "You'd better think this through. This is only a Huang-class low-grade Qi technique." "Huh, a Huang-class low-grade Qi technique?" Xiao Yan was startled. "That low?" "Exactly, this is a Qi technique capable of evolving all the way to the Qian class," Yao Lao explained. "However, for every evolution, you must capture and refine a type of heavenly flame." "Capture and refine a heavenly flame?" Xiao Yan asked. "So, there's more than one type of heavenly flame?" "Of course, people have compiled a heavenly flames ranking for those rare flames. Currently, there are 23 known types, and every single one of them is incredibly violent." Yao Lao explained, "My bone-chilling flame is ranked 11th on that list. Back then, in order to capture and refine it, I was nearly burned to ashes." In the original novel, the part about the heavenly flames ranking actually took place much earlier, specifically when Yao Lao was helping Xiao Yan refine the Qi gathering pill. Xiao Yan remarked with a sigh that the danger of practicing the flame mantra was far too high. He asked Yao Lao, "What are the chances of successfully practicing this flame mantra?" "At most, 20%, Yao Lao said solemnly. Xiao Yan was completely startled. That Lao. Kid, I won't interfere too much with your choice. But there is one thing I want to know. Do you have feelings for Xun'er? Yao Lao asked suddenly. Well, this, Xiao Yan blushed and said, I've always looked at her like a sister. That girl is not simple, her background is actually quite terrifying, Yao Lao warned him. I urge you to think twice before you act. Her background is terrifying, Xiao Yan asked. But Yao Lao didn't answer his question directly. He simply told him that there was a massive gap between him and Xun'er. Even if she liked him back, the people behind her would never approve. Remember, on the Douchi continent, strength is dignity. Without strength, you have nothing, Yao Lao said. I understand what you're saying, Master, Xiao Yan said with a smile. You're saying that I should practice this flame mantra, aren't you? What follows is very similar to the plot in the anime, where Yao Lao shares his desire to return from the dead. Yao Lao wants to use a new kind of flame created by merging several types of heavenly flames after successfully practicing the flame mantra to forge a new body for his rebirth. Xiao Yan is the only person Yao Lao has met in all these years whose soul power meets the requirements. To be reborn, Yao Lao must take a disciple and teach him alchemical arts, because the step of forging a body for rebirth can only be performed by an alchemist. However, the conditions to become an alchemist are extremely harsh, and so far, only Xiao Yan has met the criteria. Practicing the flame mantra is not for the faint of heart. Even if you give up, your master won't blame you, Yao Lao said with a smile, holding a scroll in each hand. Come on, kid, which one are you going to choose? Xiao Yan thought back to the mockery he had endured over the past 3 years, and the humiliation of Nolan Yanran breaking their engagement. This kind of shame was something he never wanted to experience a second time. Yao Lao comforted him, don't worry. No matter what you choose, I will still do my absolute best to train you and help you become a truly powerful warrior. Master, back in the day, you were one of the most powerful people at the very peak of the Douchi continent, right? Xiao Yan asked suddenly. Of course, Yao Lao said proudly. Back then, my few Doujang friends and I traveled across the world as we pleased. I never expected to fall when I was at the very pinnacle of the Doujang level. Xiao Yan clenched his fists and asked, Master, what does it feel like to be at the very peak? Xun'er once asked me where I wanted to go most in this world, and now I know the answer, he said with a smile. I'm going to the peak of the strong. I want to rewrite the rules of this snobbish world. Of course, I'm going there together with you, Master, after you've returned to your peak. Xiao Yan said firmly, I've made my decision. I will practice the flame mantra. Yao Lao said excitedly, good lad, I knew I wasn't wrong about you. Xun'er, no matter what happens, I will definitely be with you. Xiao Yan said resolutely in his heart, I must become stronger. In the original novel, the plot where Xiao Yan chooses to practice the flame mantra is basically the same as the anime version. However, this specific part in the manhwa version is an original creation. In our next video, Xun'er actually loses her temper with Xiao Yan? What on earth did he do to make the gentle Xun'er so angry? Thanks for watching. If you liked the breakdown, drop a like. I'm HKD, bringing you more exclusive BTTH novel content soon. Subscribe so you don't miss out. See you in the next one. Peace.